I'm there to Schonbaum Hall, nice and early, just after 7:30. It was a short walk from my apartment down Woodruff Lane. I wanted to find a lefty desk. I was really ready for this test. Not nervous at all, super prepared. I had my mishaps in college before with finals. When I took my very first exam in college, I accidentally poked my eye and had to make up my own eye patch for the rest of the test. On another test, I showed up late because I had overslept. And one time when I was in an astronomy class, I had been studying astrology the whole time. So I was not, used to having problems with tests, but for this one, no problem, I was ready. So I'm sitting there in my lefty desk. I'm about halfway up the lecture hall, on the right third of the room, and some time is passing, so I'm flipping through my study guide, and I'm starting to wonder, where is everyone else? I was a tryhard in college, but not such a tryhard that I'd be the only one in the room, under 15 minutes before an exam began. So now I'm thinking I at least should double check I'm in the right place at the right time. I pull out my phone, I go to my Buckeye Mail account, I'm flipping through for this exam, and I confirm, okay, 8 a.m., I'm in the room, 8 a.m., and then I see 8 a.m. on Wednesday, and I'm sitting in that room 8 a.m. on Thursday. Now I'm panicked. I'm a full day late. I'm not even sure. I've never done that before. So I quickly pack up all my things. I'm rushing outside. Now I'm starting to notice that the campus is empty. I rush to the courtyard next to the business school. I'm in a panic. I decide I'm gonna call my dad Mickey, not the mouse. So I call my dad. He's a coach at heart. Maybe he can calm me down. But first of all, I knew he'd be awake because it's early where I was, but home is an hour behind. He used to coach me on the softball field. He coached me in the classroom. I felt like maybe he can coach me through this. So I call him, but by the time he answers, I'm crying hysterically. I cannot calm down. I'm mortified at what I've done. And he's trying to say something, and I can hear him shout to my mom, "Susan, she's fine, but don't call her." My mom, she's also a lovely woman. She's a sweet Southern lady, transplant in the North, but if she cannot be with you to help you through the crisis, then she is just kind of an over-anxious, yapping dog. What should I ask? What? And so, I appreciate my dad backing me up. She's not gonna call me, but in the middle of all this, while I'm crying hysterically into the phone, kind of without a next step, this guy comes up to me. And remember, I said the campus was deserted, so I don't even know where he came from. But he's lost. So he thought, I'm gonna approach this girl crying hysterically into the phone. I need to know where Hitchcock Hall is. He asked me, I'm kind of like, what the fuck? And we're both staring at the building he's trying to find, which was also confusing. So through my tears, I mumble, and I'm like, it's right over there across the street. He leaves me alone. I hang up with my dad. I'm like, gotta get to business. I have to start trying to fix what's happened. So I email my professor, and this is one of the most dramatic emails I've ever sent, maybe anyone has ever sent. I'm throwing around language like, I'm mortified, I'm so apologetic, I can't believe my error, how can I remedy this? The guy responds in like 4 minutes. It wasn't even enough time for me to start walking back to my apartment. He said, go to the TA office, take the exam, don't worry. Easy for you to say, sir. I was obviously well past worried, and I was nowhere near calming down. So my thought was, even though he did not put a timestamp on it, that I must rush to go take my exam. I had to do it right then and there, or like this opportunity was never gonna come again. So I run to the office, I'm at like hyper speed, I'm bringing a lot of energy into that room. The TA was not ready for me. I don't know what's happened in my morning. And I sit down, and this exam that I was once, all settled into my lefty desk, I had prepared all week for it. I'm just like, give me the exam, I'm whipping through it at this desk, and I turn it in, and I leave, and I bombed it. But I still graduated on time, I still passed that course, and all I can take away from it is that energy would have been much better spent literally anywhere else, problem solving from the beginning. I didn't need to get so dramatic, so I try now, and when I face a crisis, such as that day, to kind of react more gracefully, and I always keep a planner now, and most importantly, I learned to never be the dick to approach someone on the phone who's crying to ask for directions.